Wilbert says he would love to have more students, and he'd also like more instructors to donate their time so anyone who wants free music lessons can receive them. We put them on every day and we walk all over them. Our shoes are a necessity and they're also a fashion statement. But one local man considers them art. Each stitch is like a brush on canvas.
This is the upper of the boot.
Each turn brings the design to life. The end result, a unique work of wearable art. That's, gosh, so much detail to it.
Oh, that was a lot of work, yeah.
From the outside looking in, 54-year-old Louis Hovell of Fresno appears to have a standard issue shoe repair shop. But look closer, you'll see it's so much more.
We won a prize with this one in a competition on the, we went to Texas to compete against the other boot makers. And then this is one of the winners.
Yes, Louis repairs shoes, but he also custom makes them from the sole up. Beautifully detailed, many Western inspired.
It took 2 hours to do one boot. Used to do this, used to put that. 2 hours. It was very hard.
And his shoes and boots have graced the feet of some pretty famous folks.
I made boots for President Fox when he came to Fresno.
Like former Mexican President Vicente Fox.
The son of the San Joaquin, we made boots for the guys, you know, Jack Hanna and all the stuff.
Louis learned the art of shoemaking from his father in El Salvador, and when Civil War brought them to America in 1982, there was no question what he would do.
You're talking about 12 years old when I started like making ladies' shoes and children's shoes. And
you learned from your dad?
My father and my grandfather and my great-grandfather, we are all shoemakers. This one we made, has my name, see?
Okay.
This was a request from New York.
Louis says shoemaking is becoming a lost art, but there are those who still appreciate the custom fit of a handmade pair of shoes with quality materials.
This is cow stomach.
Cow stomach, and you...
Menudo, they call it menudo, yeah.
Menudo. And you made a pair of shoes?
Yeah, these shoes are made out of that.
And that's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, yes.
Hand-designed, handmade, and hand-fit for your feet, like a glove.
You have the best. You can feel it. You can, when you walk, it molds into your foot. You know, it's amazing.
We're told it takes about 2 weeks to make a pair of shoes or boots. The shoes cost about $600 and the boots $1,000, but it's handmade craftsmanship that will last a lifetime. Coming up, we'll look at the Valley's creative side. We've produced our fair share of artists and famous people, and we'll catch up with a few of them after this break.
Welcome back to this special edition of We Are Fresno. Once again, your host, STEFANI BOOROOJIAN.
The Central Valley has a growing and vibrant cultural community. We have our monthly art hops that showcase local artists. There are concerts and, of course, a wide array of live theater events for audiences to enjoy. Good Company Players has been a part of the Central Valley for 37 years, and Dan Pisano is managing director. What is the state of the arts in this area?
Well, I think the state of the arts is good and developing. We're a new area, so lots of new groups, lots of new enthusiasm, and I like to represent live theater, and wonderful live theater, from educational theater to lots of other groups, and we're very proud of our work. We do 12 shows a year.
And so much local talent in this area.
Lots of potential, and it's exciting to see young people develop, but it's also exciting to see people who have experience come back and perform.
And it's, of course, great fun for the audience. Dan Pisano, thank you so much for joining me today. Well, from performers to artists who create with their hands. And the Central Valley has one gifted artist who has painted and sculpted thousands of treasures. You may have one or two in your home, and she herself is a treasure for our community. You can't help but smile when you see them, and they seem to be smiling back. Original clay creations of artist Margaret Hudson, who at 83 has spent half her life expressing herself through art.
These things I did one at a time when my parents were in hospital beds. They were in their 90s, and so I had to be here close.
She calls her Central Fresno home the Gentle Jungle, where she's lived on and off since she was 6 months old. It's full of happy creatures that peek out from the earth and a tangle of bushes and vines. This looks like a fig tree right here.
That's an old fig tree.
Yeah,
I won't let anybody touch it.
I love it.
Mementos of a life well lived, like this piece she made for her 60th birthday.
I guess you didn't mind turning 60.
Oh,
You look pretty happy.
Ironically, Hudson's very first sculpting attempt came out of sadness. This piece of a woman grieving sits on her mantle.
I was feeling the pain of the world, of all the things that I had seen. And that was my first one. My second one was this. And this was the joy of having found a voice.
A voice she uses to sculpt and paint. Her best work, she says, a painting after the death of one of her 4 sons.
As I lay there in bed, I thought, how do you put that pain onto canvas? And into my mind came this picture of this bent-over tulip.
Her love of flowers and the earth she shares, giving tours to school children and inspiring them to create.
And I love to close my eyes and feel the softness and mushiness and then squeeze it.
Sharing her life and her gift with the community, and she appreciates all she receives in return.
These little creatures are in so many places, and so many people just really seem to enjoy them, and it brings a little bit of joy into their life, and that I'm just in awe.